Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are talking about a super powerful technique that you've probably seen a million times, but maybe never had a name for. It's called a group contingency. And trust me, once you get what it is, you are going to see it absolutely everywhere. Okay, let's just dive right in. You've seen this, right? A teacher stands in front of the class and says something like, "If everyone can be quiet for the next 5 minutes, we'll get to go out to recess early." It seems so simple, but there is some serious, powerful science happening in that one sentence. Well, that very strategy, it has a name. It's called a group contingency. All it really means is that a reward for a bunch of people is tied to or contingent on the behavior of the group. And honestly, if you want to understand what makes groups tick, you gotta understand this. But okay, before we get all wrapped up in the group part, let's just nail down the word contingency. It's just a fancy way of saying an if-then statement. If you do this, then this happens. It's really the most basic building block of how we learn. So what happens when you take that super simple if-then rule and you blow it up? You apply it to a whole classroom, a whole team, a whole family. Well, that's when things get really interesting and potentially really powerful. Now, here's the thing. It's not just one blanket approach. There are actually 3 totally different ways to set up this group rule. And each one creates its own unique social vibe, Each has its pros and cons, so let's meet the big 3. First up, we've got a method with a pretty unforgettable nickname. People in the field often call it the hero procedure, and you're about to see exactly why. This is what's formerly known as a dependent group contingency. And here's the deal. The reward for the entire group hinges on what just one person does. The fate of the many rests on the shoulders of the few, or even just one. So think about that. If Maria pulls it off, she's the hero. She just saved everyone from homework. The entire class is depending on her to succeed. No pressure, right? And here's your cheat code for remembering this one. Just think, it's on you. When it's a dependent contingency, the focus, the pressure, the spotlight, it's all on one person. It's on you. But yeah, you can probably see the downside here. Putting all that weight on one person's shoulders can totally backfire. If the hero fails, they can instantly become the villain, the scapegoat. This can get really messy with peer pressure and blaming, so you have to be so careful with this one. Okay, let's switch gears to our second type. This one takes a totally different road. Instead of singling out an individual, it's all about the group functioning as one solid unit, a team. This is the interdependent group contingency. And the key word here is teamwork. The rule is brutally simple. The group gets the prize only if every single person meets the goal. You all succeed together, or you all fail together. And this example just nails it. It doesn't matter if 99% of the class turns in their homework. If one person doesn't, nobody gets the extra recess. Everybody's success is literally intertwined with and dependent on everybody else. So, the perfect way to lock this one in your brain? It's on us. We're all in this together. We all depend on each other. It's a total team effort. It's on us. All right, on to our third and final type. This one kind of throws the whole team concept out the window and brings it right back to the individual, even though the rules still applies to the whole group. Say hello to the independent group contingency. With this one, a single rule is announced to everybody, but getting the reward, that's all on you. Your success is your own, and it has zero impact on anyone else. You see the difference here? It's huge. If you get your math done, great, no homework for you. But if the person sitting next to you doesn't finish, well, that's their problem. It doesn't affect your outcome one bit. The opportunity is there for everyone, but the outcome is totally independent. And you can probably guess the memory trick for this one. It's all about me. My reward depends on my actions, and my actions alone. Every person for themselves. Okay, we've met the hero, the team, and the solo artist. That was a lot, I know, so let's pull it all together and put them side by side. This is where it's all gonna click. I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? Because they can sound a little similar at first, but the difference is everything, and it all boils down to 2 really simple questions. Who has to do the thing, and who gets the prize? This little chart makes it so clear. Look, for the first 2, dependent and interdependent, the whole group gets the reward. But the difference is who does the work. For dependent, it's one person. For interdependent, it's everyone. And then independent is just its own thing. Individual work, individual reward. Simple as that. And watching the exact same scenario play out 3 different ways just seals the deal. If John does it, you all get candy. That's you, the hero. If all of you do it, you all get candy. That's us, the team. And if you do it, you get candy. That's me, the individual. And that right there is the big takeaway, the ultimate mnemonic. If you forget everything else, just remember this. Dependent is you. Interdependent is us. And independent is me. That's the whole game. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Now you have the playbook. You know the moves, but these aren't just abstract ideas. They're incredibly powerful tools that tap right into social pressure and motivation. Choosing the right one is everything. Because the power to build a team up is amazing, but the potential to create tension and blame is just as real.